Hey Celtics fans, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a hot topic that's been making waves all over the NBA community, and of course, it's about one of our key players, Jrue Holiday. So grab your popcorn because this offseason, drama is just getting started, and the future of one of Boston's biggest stars is hanging in the balance. The Boston Celtics are coming off an incredible season, but with success comes a price. Literally, the franchise is now staring down the barrel of what could become one of the most expensive payrolls in NBA history. We're talking about a projected luxury tax bill that's creeping towards the $500 million mark. That's right, $500 million just to keep this championship core together. And while fans would love to see the entire roster run it back, the reality is that big financial decisions are looming, and someone might have to be the odd man out. That's where Jrue Holiday comes into the conversation. The veteran guard still has 3 years left on his 4-year, $134 million contract extension. He earned every penny of that deal with his elite defense, his steady offensive game, and his ability to be a leader both on and off the court. Let's not forget, he was a major part of the championship run, bringing that much-needed edge and playoff experience to help push Boston over the top. But unfortunately, when teams start looking at ways to shed salary, players with large contracts naturally become part of the trade discussion, according to NBA salary cap expert Bobby Marks. The situation with Holiday is definitely one to watch. Speaking recently on a podcast episode from NBC Sports Boston, Marks highlighted two specific teams out west that could make a serious push for Holiday's services: the Los Angeles Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams are gearing up for busy off-seasons of their own and are keeping a close eye on how their current stars handle their player options. The futures of Kyrie Irving in Dallas and James Harden with the Clippers are big variables here. Depending on what those two decide, the trade flexibility for both franchises could open up significantly. Marks pointed out that both Dallas and Los Angeles have reasons to be aggressive. Both teams are firmly in win-now mode and looking for that final piece to get over the hump. Adding someone like Jrue Holiday, with his two-way impact and championship pedigree, could be exactly what they need. Holiday has already proven he can be that missing link on a title team, having filled that role before in both Milwaukee and Boston. It's no surprise that contenders are circling, trying to gauge Boston's willingness to make a deal. The tricky part for the Celtics front office is finding the right balance between remaining competitive and managing this escalating payroll. Brad Stevens is known for being one of the sharpest executives in the league, but even for someone with his track record, this situation presents a huge challenge. There's no denying how valuable Holiday is to this team, but with so much money tied up across the roster, Boston might have no choice but to explore trade scenarios. Another angle to consider is the leverage other teams could use against Boston. Everyone around the league knows that the Celtics are under pressure to cut costs and get below the dreaded second apron. That means rival general managers might play hardball, offering less than market value in the hopes of forcing Boston's hand. Some reports have even speculated that the Celtics could end up attaching a future draft pick just to make a Holiday deal happen. Imagine that. Having to give up an asset just to move a player of Holiday's caliber. But again, that's the kind of tough position you find yourself in when the tax penalties get this extreme. Holiday's track record speaks for itself. He's not just a good defender. He's one of the best perimeter defenders of his generation. Combine that with his steady offensive production, his ability to guard multiple positions, and his leadership qualities, and it's easy to see why so many teams are interested. Any contender that adds Holiday is instantly getting better on both ends of the floor. His impact isn't always flashy, but it's undeniable, night in and night out. He's the kind of player who makes winning plays. From the Celtics' perspective, the ideal scenario would obviously be to keep him. After all, you don't let go of players who help deliver championships without thinking long and hard about it. But the financial reality is brutal. This roster is loaded with high-price contracts, and with the new CBA rules tightening the financial screws even further, Boston's margin for error is razor-thin. Looking at potential trade packages, the Clippers and Mavericks do have some interesting pieces. Dallas could dangle some combination of role players and future picks, especially if Kyrie Irving decides to opt out or demand a trade. The Clippers, on the other hand, have expiring contracts and movable salary slots that could make a deal easier to structure. But again, Boston's front office will be weighing every option carefully. They're not just going to give Holiday away. Any move they make will have to make sense both financially and basketball-wise. There's also the emotional aspect of all this. Jrue Holiday has quickly become a fan favorite in Boston. His defensive grit, his professionalism, and the way he stepped up in big moments last season have all earned him a ton of respect. From Celtics Nation, fans aren't going to be happy about the idea of losing him, and honestly, who could blame them? After watching him help lead the team to the top of the NBA mountain, the idea of moving on feels bittersweet at best. At the same time, this is the business side of basketball rearing its head. Championship windows don't stay open forever, and sometimes tough sacrifices have to be made to keep the larger picture in focus. Brad Stevens and the Celtics ownership group have some massive decisions ahead. Every move they make this summer is going to be scrutinized, especially when it involves a player as important as Jrue Holiday. For now, all eyes will be on the front office as they navigate what's shaping up to be one of the most pivotal off-seasons in recent Celtics history. Holiday's future in Boston is anything but certain, and until we get official word, the trade rumors and speculation are only going to intensify. One thing that cannot be overstated is just how much Jrue Holiday means to this Boston Celtics team, not just on the court but inside the locker room. His leadership, experience, and championship mindset have been crucial in guiding some of the younger players through the grind of the regular season and the pressure cooker that is the NBA playoffs. Teammates have repeatedly spoken about how his calm demeanor and no-nonsense attitude set the tone every single day. That's not something easily replaced. No matter who you bring in via trade or free agency, there's also the matter of continuity. After years of coming close but falling short, the Celtics finally found the right mix of talent, chemistry, and toughness to bring home the title. Breaking up that core, even for logical financial reasons, comes with real risks. The chemistry that takes years to build can be shattered in one summer with the wrong move. And let's not forget, it wasn't just Holiday's defense or his timely scoring that made him valuable. It was the little things, the extra pass, the key rotation on defense, the willingness to guard the opposing team's best perimeter player night after night. Without complaint, from a tactical perspective, losing Holiday would leave a significant hole in Boston's perimeter defense. He often took on the toughest defensive assignments, freeing up players like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to focus more on their offensive production. Without him, the Celtics would have to rely more heavily on guys like Derek White or hope that younger players can step up in ways we haven't seen yet. That's a gamble, especially when the goal is to repeat as champions. Offensively, Holiday's contributions might not always show up in the box score, but his impact is undeniable. His ability to run the offense when needed, hit big shots in clutch moments, and avoid turnovers under pressure makes him one of the most reliable guards in the league. Teams don't just stumble into players like that, they're rare. And the fact that he brings that level of performance, while also being one of the top defenders in the NBA, makes his overall value sky high. If Boston does decide to move Holiday, you can be sure the return package will be scrutinized heavily. Fans and analysts alike will be watching to see what kind of players or draft capital come back in exchange. No front office wants to be the team that gives up a championship-caliber guard for pennies on the dollar. But with the new collective bargaining agreement putting teams in a financial stranglehold, if they exceed the second apron, Brad Stevens may be forced into a corner with very little room to negotiate. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Whispers are swirling around the NBA as rumors surface about a potential signing that could shake up the Boston Celtics roster for the upcoming seasons. Sources suggest that Ryan KALKBRENNER, a promising young talent, might be on the verge of committing to the Celtics with a 3-year deal in the works. While nothing has been officially confirmed yet, the buzz is strong enough to captivate fans and analysts alike, sparking conversations about what this move could mean for the storied franchise. KALKBRENNER, known for his imposing presence in the paint and his steady development since entering the league, has been on the radar of multiple teams. His combination of size, defensive capability, and improving offensive skills make him a coveted asset in today's NBA, where big men who can both protect the rim and contribute to scoring are highly prized. The Celtics, who have been actively looking to bolster their front court depth, could find in KALKBRENNER a perfect fit for their system and long-term plans. The potential 3-year commitment indicates the Celtics' interest in nurturing his talent over time, perhaps envisioning him as a core piece for their rotation. If this deal comes to fruition, It would not only reinforce Boston's defensive identity, but also provide valuable versatility. KALKBRENNER's ability to stretch the floor and contest shots could complement the Celtics' existing stars, adding a new dimension to their gameplay. Speculation around this signing also fuels questions about how it might impact the Celtics' current roster and salary cap. Would the team make other moves to accommodate him? Could this signal a shift towards younger talent and a slightly different tactical approach? These are the questions fans and experts are eagerly debating as the news continues to develop. For now, the Celtics organization remains tight-lipped, neither confirming nor denying the reports. But the murmurs are hard to ignore, with the NBA offseason in full swing. The possibility of Ryan KALKBRENNER joining Boston seems increasingly plausible. Should this signing be finalized, it could mark an exciting chapter for both the player and the Celtics, one filled with promise and potential as they look to contend in the seasons ahead. Keep an eye on the headlines. This could be the beginning of a significant shift in the Celtics roster strategy, and Ryan KALKBRENNER might just be the next big name to watch in Boston. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.